As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And
Hello there. Welcome to the Flushing Bloke podcast. Did you miss us?
Nah, I doubt they did.
No. Well, actually, Steve did.
Did he?
Steve from the audio show, yeah.
Oh, what did they say?
What the hell's going on?
Oh, really?
No, so many words, no.
Oh.
But yes. So, it's been so long I've forgotten who I am. And with me, hail to our leader, he is fine, and his eye patch, it does shine. I didn't write any more words.
That rhyme ends with "R, it burns."
Hello.
Hello.
Where have you been?
Where have I been?
Yes.
Where have you been?
Oh, I've been here.
I've been here.
Oh, that's that sorted then.
Thanks.
Anyway, in case you're wondering, why is she wearing a cloak with blue? I saw none of the other cosplayers were doing the Three Doctors. The blue cloak. So. Plus, it means I can do a nice little show down at Las Vegas.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Piff, paff, poof. Or something. Hello, it's Guinevere. It was my birthday this week.
Yep.
Which means
I got your present.
I got jelly babies.
I got your present.
What present did you get?
But I've eaten them.
Oh dear. That's not good.
Still, it's the thought that counts.
The thought of, I'm going to eat her sweets.
I have genuinely got you a present, but you know what it is, and it's been in my dining room for the last 2 months.
And of course, once we both got one of those, I noticed a stealth version.
Yeah, I know. I think that's a limited edition.
Looks good though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's a stealth version of the Dalek, what's it called?
Patrol ship.
It's black with silver dots.
And I saw an advert the other day for the 3.5-inch Doctor Who toys. And one of them on the advert on the TV was the gold Day of the Dalek leader.
Yes, well, sort of. It comes in the Children of the Revolution pack.
Yeah.
Along with Alpha. Talking of presents, I got these two. Oh, that's a Corgi Cyberman falling on the floor. There we
my
go.
cybernetic eye. Are those 3.5-inch ones?
3.5-inch ones, yes.
I don't have
Based
those.
on the Dalek Invasion of Earth colour scheme, which they've got wrong. This is correct. The blue Dalek is correct.
Where did you get those from?
Well, they're on general release.
However,
the black Dalek should have blue spots.
Yeah, I don't have those yet.
I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? I've now got 3 3.5-inch ones. I need more.
I have 8.
8?
8.
Goodness me.
Anyway,
what have you got on your belly?
there's been a bit of a recent advance in television production values.
Yes, that's very true.
It allows us essentially to remake Doctor Who Invasion of Dinosaurs.
Yes.
With much better special effects.
And in colour for episode 1.
Indeed. Would you like a preview?
Please. Oh, wow. Oh, Barry Letts would be so grateful.
I think you'll find this is 10 times better than what we saw.
Well, they've got their own built-in fuzzy edges.
Exactly. Who
I
needs
saw
CSO?
I saw some woolen Daleks at Milton Keynes Comic Con.
Oh, were they by the same people that made... Oh, were they?
Yeah, so I was thinking about getting you one. Then I realised I'd left my purse at home.
See, if I'd gone, I would have had to have bought one.
Bought one.
Bought one.
Do you want to know a little bit about about Collectomania in Milton Keynes?
Well, it's in Milton Keynes.
Yes, and I did manage to interview very quickly Paul Jericho, the Castellan.
Oh, no, not the Mind Probe.
Yes. He has done us a voiceover.
Excellent. Does it say, oh no, not the flashing blade?
You see, I can't tell you this.
Oh.
It's a state secret.
Oh.
So
I'll have to use the Mind Probe on you.
Well, quite. No, not the mind probe.
Yes,
So-
that'll do, Paul. We're running low on time.
Well, yes. All right. Some of Ark of Infinity was actually recorded live. They ran out of time. So gave one shot. We'll do it live. Bang. That's it. You had to make sure everything was spot on, which he enjoyed, as he'll tell you. I did a little interview with him. It was a very, very tiny interview, which isn't going to be on this show.
When you say recorded live,
Yes.
you don't mean broadcast live.
No, but instead of it just being, all right, take one, take two, they had one shot at it, and that was it.
With how many
It's
cameras?
like live, doing something live.
But they had multi-camera setup.
Yeah, but they had to get it all right.
Bloody hell.
Tricky.
Why, with the lights about to go out? With the lights about to
just
go
before
out?
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes, we got a few pictures, mainly cosplaying stuff, and they're coming up just over there now. That was Left Bank 2, which some people call the gallery theme. I shall let you choose whichever pictures from Tall and Scarfy you wish. You don't have to choose all of them.
Okay.
There's lots of duplicates and slightly different angles and whatever. Yes, the cosplay page. Tall and Scarfy. What else? It was my birthday.
We've got a new Facebook group going.
We have, yes. Tell them about the new Facebook group.
Well, I obviously in the last episode we featured some of my alternative kind of target book designs. And I'm surprised this group name wasn't already taken. But we've got a group called Off Target, and we now have just under 90 members in 2 weeks.
Bizarre, isn't it?
Which is really good. And there's people posting stuff, and I'm posting stuff most days. I haven't done the last couple of days because I've been too busy, but over the weekends I'm sort of doing 2 or 3 different covers, and we do silly ones, we do serious ones, we do totally ridiculous ones.
I was very disappointed that you did serious ones.
Why?
Well, we've been going for so long, and suddenly there was a serious one, which goes, no, the thing is, it was bloody well done.
The Blink one?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I just
The
discovered...
Bessie one had me howling. My God.
I've been meaning to do that one for about a week, and I couldn't think of the best way to do it, and I suddenly
You
thought...
change Bessie and make her look cartoony.
How?
Ooh.
I'll be honest with you. I
was
did
rough.
steal a picture from the internet,
Yes.
but I just put a smiley face and eyes on her, found a suitable background. None of this is drawn by me. This is all,
Just I'm going to stick this bit on with a bit of sticky tape and...
sourced from the internet. And I found a font called Flat Tire, which made for a very nice logo. And I came up with Bessie Goes Bonkers,
It's brilliant. Seriously,
Written
go
by-
to the Off Target Facebook group, which is...
written by Alistair Crowley.
Yes. So I'm
Yes,
just looking at the...
We'll put the group name up here, but it's a series of numbers. But yeah, come along, post your own stuff. We've got some Doctor Who annuals in there, haven't we?
Yes, there's some Penguin book covers.
And there is, yeah.
That's
And
good.
there's a couple of Blake Seven titles in there. So
Yeah.
it-
So,
it-
yes, it's toddling along. Some of the ones from Autumn are a little bit risque.
I wasn't quite sure about the Zarbi one.
Can't remember the Zarbi one.
There was that collection of, and it was the Zarbi RAPE Frenzy,
Yeah.
which I thought was a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah. Didn't like that one much.
I mean, sorry, Matt. I mean, I like you guys, but sometimes just a bit too far over the edge.
The rest of it, fine. That one, probably a little bit over the line.
Anyway, so it occurs to me, Pertwee, as I'm dressed a la Pertwee, used to have his moment of charm, didn't he?
Indeed. The daisiest daisy I've ever seen.
Yeah, indeed. And what with Geldof and Midger redoing Band-Aid 30 for Ebola. The address to donate is down here. Please do. It's not just about the money, it's about raising awareness. It occurs to me, there should have been a scene like this. You see, Joe, there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. The greatest gift they'll get this year is life. Where nothing ever grows, no rain or rivers flow. Do they know it's Christmas time at all, Doctor? We don't know, Joe. But you see, this is why we must stop the Brigadier from bombing them. Come along. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's something I've completely forgotten about. Yeah. Anyway, the 14th Doctor Who. Oh, he's had a thing. This woman who, with a sudden Scottish accent, taking the piss out of him, I think, has basically called her boys. You're all having selfies outside St Paul's, and it's the Master.
Well, this deranged woman who thinks she's the Master.
Oh, eh? Ooh.
Yeah.
But however, the selfie takers are unit troops.
Yeah, nice twist.
Zygon Osgood turns up. You can tell Zygon Osgood because she's wearing a bow tie and canvas trainers, as opposed to the scarf from the original one. I'm hoping, okay, because when they killed the spoilers. Ha! You're too late for that. The statute of limitations has run out on that one, don't you?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, we won't have a spoiler warning.
Look, if you're a fan of Doctor Who, it's been nearly 2 weeks since the episode aired. You're probably going to have seen it by now.
So, yes. So, yes, I actually got very angry when they killed Osgood. It was no! Actually called out loud. I did.
I don't have a problem with characters being killed off unexpectedly.
Oh, it's the shock. I can understand why and everything else. It's just the sudden no. You see, it's... So anyway, yes, and it's not good. And Clara's facing up to Cybermen, and
pretending to be someone she isn't.
Yeah, and Danny Pink told you that little boy was there, didn't I?
He did.
And basically, they're all being downloaded, and Seb's really happy about it. That character's got to come back. Permission to squeak.
You're an AI interface. Kind of delete your opinions.
But the thing is, if he's an AI interface, then he should be able to turn up in other places.
She hasn't killed him. She's just presumably, cut and pasted him somewhere.
Saved into a little file she doesn't go to. So, yeah. It's sort of three-ish sections. You've got the section at the front with St Paul's and being taken to the plane, the section in the plane, then the section in the graveyard. And interspersed with that, you've got the bits with Clara, which leads into the graveyard anyway. Danny as a Cyberman. Nice idea. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this a lot. I had to stop and think about it because, again, same with the previous episode, it had raised some very interesting points. And then there's the whole Lethbridge Stewart thing, which my initial thing was, oh no, that's too far. And now I take a step back and think it through. It makes sense. Admittedly, I was surprised we didn't see the ponds there as well. And I don't know.
I do have a potential explanation for that.
Time locked.
If you remind me, we'll come on to that in a minute.
Moffat said that the Time War was no longer time locked. The moment undid the time lock.
Okay.
Interesting. There was the moment right at the end where Capaldi's doctor finally lets go. Finally really breaks it. He breaks, and that's when he's looking for Gallifrey and it's not there, and she did lie. And finally it just gets to him, which I thought was superb.
I was expecting to see something else outside the TARDIS doors.
Porky Pig?
I was expecting to see an asteroid field.
Oh, that would have been good.
I was really, really expecting to see the remains of Gallifrey, it having been utterly destroyed. Missed opportunity there, I think. Sorry, you were saying?
That's because you're a sick bastard.
Yeah, but what a hell of a plot twist that would have been.
True. So, I really, really enjoyed this. Still not up there with Doomsday, but very satisfying, superbly directed, superb acting, quite frankly. Capaldi is ever magnetic. I've got the Blu-ray set that turned up a few days ago.
Is Series 8 only going to be available as a set?
Series 34?
Yeah.
We'll see Series 8 as Terror of the Autons.
Yeah, you know what they're calling it. Because, you see, I've never bought the box sets, I've always bought the individual.
In that case, yes, it is.
Oh. Bugger. That ruins how it looks on my shelf.
Oh dear, you Doctor Who fan, you.
Yeah, first world problems, eh?
You see, Joe, it's Christmas time.
Do they know there's a Doctor Who special at all?
So, looking back at the whole season for me, the whole series, whatever, apart from Time Heist being a slight dip, and Caretaker being, alright, not as funny as Robot Sherwood, but whatever. I think his first series has been a triumph, an absolute triumph, and I cannot understand the negativity involved that people have been chucking out. I really can't. Your turn.
Okay, so this episode, liked the stuff on the plane. Find it a little bit improbable that every country in the world would have agreed to make the Doctor president, but whatever, I can go with it.
I like the line to the Master. All these years you've been trying to take over the world.
Yeah, nothing to it. Yeah, I liked the so the references. I'm talking pre-Cyberman here. The references to the Brigadier were nicely done, about the old saluting and all the rest of it. I would like to rename this episode The Last Temptation of the Doctor, because essentially you've got the Master trying to tempt the Doctor with this army that she's created ostensibly in his name.
That's what I don't get. She knows him better.
I don't know. I think...
Or can we say bananas?
Bananas! I love that line.
This is the only explanation I've got for her doing this. She knows him better than that. She knows he wouldn't do that.
The thing is, right, I think she knows what the Doctor's been through on Trenzalore. She knows that this Doctor, because she's been watching him, is quite angry, has a lot of... what was the word he used?
Unresolved anger issues.
Yeah. I think if there was going to be a Doctor who might take her up on the offer, bearing in mind he doesn't necessarily know that he's got another complete set of regenerations, does he?
No, he doesn't. I mean, I think he said sometime during the series, I might live forever.
Yeah, I'd like to think that he's got a complete set, but for all the Doctor knows, he's just been given one extra body. Yeah. Now, with that in mind, he's got to be thinking to himself, I've regenerated into an older body. There's got to be a reason for that. Maybe this is my last chance. Yeah. Plus, don't forget the sword of Damocles that she was holding over his head was that if he didn't take her up on the offer, the Earth was going to be effectively destroyed, converted into Cybermen. And she knows it's his favourite planet, so she had the Doctor by the short and curlies.
What, his hair?
Yeah. So anyway, the Last Temptation of the Doctor. I liked the what?
Just that. Oh dear.
I liked the
What was the actual episode called?
Death in
Death
Heaven.
in Heaven. Doctor Who and the Death in Heaven.
Well, I've actually done a book cover of these two episodes. I've called it Doctor Who and the Master's Cyber Plan.
Yes. Yes, you have.
Anyway.
Giving it away.
Huh?
Master's in it. I'm just saying
But
it's
she's
all...
on the cover as well.
Well, exactly. Just spoilers.
What? And
Who is the mysterious Missy?
And Day of the Daleks isn't a spoiler.
They could have been trying to fool the audience.
Anyway, look, I've forgotten what I was trying to say now. I liked the I liked the whole soldiery thing finally came to a head.
Yep. It didn't get resolved.
Had no particular problem with them killing off characters. I mean, I didn't scream no. When Kate apparently died, I was just kind of, okay. Loved Michelle Gomez's performance.
Oh yes.
Utterly insane.
She is coming back.
Apparently so.
She said so.
Now, getting on to the controversial bit.
Do you mean Lethbridge Stewart?
Yeah. Now, I didn't know what was coming up, but I had read a couple of comments from somebody online that said, I've just seen what's going to happen, and if this is true, it's outrageous. I'm done with Doctor...
I think I did as well somewhere. I think something in the Lunatics, maybe? I'm not sure.
It might have been. And I thought, interesting. When it happened, it made perfect sense in the... So, when the Doctor was talking to Kate, and you could see the look in her face, she was like, how long has this been going on? Because I knew this was working towards something. And when it happened, it makes perfect sense in the logic of the programme. Was it disrespectful? To be honest with you, I was a little bit kind of... I thought, well, that's a bit odd. But I've watched it since, and I'm over it. It was just... It was not the sort of thing you see every day. You know, a literally dead character being resurrected in this way. Little bit of a shame. Little bit of a shame that the Brigadier hasn't been left to kind of rest in peace, but...
Logically speaking, it makes sense. It makes sense that he fought against the cyber programming.
Yeah.
Also the fact that he's still out there. Somebody said, oh no, he joined the Cybermen and blew himself up. No, he didn't.
He didn't.
He is still out there, and there's a good chance Lethbridge Stewart might now be working with UNIT again.
I would rather think of him...
Daddy, my daddy, clang.
Like... I'd rather think of him like the Silver Surfer. You know,
what, constantly trying to leave Earth and hitting a barrier?
No. Roaming between planets and righting wrongs. Right.
Hasn't got his revolver or his swagger stick. He can't go into battle without a stick.
Got the gun arm thing.
He hasn't got a stick.
He can steal a stick.
He said, do the arms bend up this way? Do the arms actually bend up enough to get to the... They do, don't they? So he can get a marker pen and draw on the moustache.
Right. Back to the Amy and Rory thing. Back to the Amy and Rory thing. Actually, the explanation I just had doesn't make sense because she was in Victorian London, wasn't she?
Who?
Missy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense.
Good. That
Right.
explains everything.
I can only assume that they are now cyber people, unless it was a case of we've got a burner. Maybe they were cremated. Oh no, they weren't. They had graves. Shit, this doesn't work, does it?
The question is, how many people out there did the cyber programming affect? Because you've got to remember, this isn't actual Cybermen. Based on cyber designs, certainly, but as we pointed out last time round, different heights of Cybermen, different bodies.
Definitely. Oh, heights, definitely. I mean, there was one particularly short Cyberman in one of the scenes. In the other thing as well, like you say, different bodies, because these Cybermen had full human skeletons inside them, which proper Cybermen don't have.
Ah, I would beg to disagree.
Go on.
The Pandorica opens. What was inside that cyber head?
A skull?
Yeah.
Okay, I would refer you, in turn, to Attack of the Cybermen.
Which had bugger all in there.
Which had Stratton and Bates with completely replaced cybernetic limbs.
Different cybernetic technology, though.
And then again, you've then got the 10th Planet where they had proper hands.
You're getting yourself into a bit of a tizzy here.
You see, I've recently been looking up on the internet, this is completely by the by, all the different anatomies of a Dalek pictures.
Oh, interesting. Why?
Why? Because they're not the same. And obviously there will be different models of Dalek. However, the thing with the Daleks is, when they were created, they thought they were the supreme beings. So why would they go about altering themselves?
That's an interesting point.
Anyway, I'm just wondering if anyone's ever done a proper anatomy of a Cyberman.
Now that's interesting. Did you Google that?
I haven't yet, because it just occurred to me.
You should Google that. Indeed, whilst you do talking, I shall Google it, because I'm nice like that.
So, this series as a whole, absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely overjoyed that Capaldi is going to be back for what sounds to be at least another 2 years. I'm absolutely overjoyed that he wants the TARDIS roundels brought back.
Yes.
I think, and from the sounds of it, he's been reining in some of the script excesses.
Some of the more teary, sad.
I think him and Moffat make a good team. Moffat has got the overall vision. Capaldi knows how he wants to play the Doctor and knows the character, and it sounds like he's prepared to put his foot down when he needs to.
Well, I think this is a bloke who's actually got the oomph to do it.
Well, he's an Oscar winner, isn't he?
The Oscar winning director, yeah.
Yeah, so you know, this is not a guy you kind of mess around with. And no disrespect to Matt Smith, who's quite a young guy, he probably didn't feel he had the right to interfere in that way. Whereas we've got a guy now who's been a fan since he was, you know, this high, and you know, I think it makes a good combination.
Okay, initially, I cannot find an anatomy of a Cyberman.
Okay.
I've sent you a couple of links there you might want to look at. Oh, that's a nice picture.
So yeah, I've been collecting these anatomies of a Dalek because sometimes they have the Dalek mutant in the top, which seems to meet some of the series, like for example, Resurrection of the Daleks, when they're zapping the mutants inside, and some of them have the mutants lower down, which appears to fit more with inside the Dalek. Now, you will have differences like with the Imperial Daleks, which are a different species, but what I'd like to do at some point in time is put together maybe some kind of evolution of the Dalek kind of piece to show how they have augmented themselves and changed over the years.
I'm afraid you can't. The BBC got there first, and it was shit.
What was it?
Daleks in Manhattan and evolution.
No, you know, I'm not. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway,
I'm a bad girl.
So this series as a whole, really good. I still am a little bit funny about Kill the Moon. Still doesn't entirely sit right with me. Time Heist was just an interesting episode. I don't see anything particularly wrong with it. Some of the pacing was a bit off, but it was okay. I've really enjoyed this series, though.
Yeah. No, like I say, last week or beginning of this week, I can't remember. I got the Blu-ray set sent to me. Thank you, the BBC. It's appreciated. We will review it. And I watched. Into the Dalek. Is that the one? First time in quite a while.
Yeah.
Since broadcast, and I really enjoyed it. And it's nice to see it in Blu-ray as well, proper DTS sound. For the first time, I'm possibly the first time in New Who. I don't know. Maybe not so much. Eccleston's run was actually up there as well, but it's first time in a long time that I want to go back now and watch it, the whole thing all over again, because it was a superb series. It really was. Capaldi, Moffat, Oswald, Coleman, and everyone else. Ignore the detractors. They're talking bollocks. So we need 3 judgments of Sinister. Can we just have one thing?
Yeah, I've just been thinking about that. Let's have a jingle.
Do you hear that, Jingles? We're having one of you. Go on then. So, have you changed your opinion on last week's score?
I have not. That remains a 10 out of 10.
Good.
Death in Heaven.
Yes.
9 out of 10.
Ooh.
The overall 2-parter.
Ooh, 4 marks. We're getting 4. Hang on, I'll come out and start again.
No, it was always going to be 3. I've just recapped one of them. So I'm scoring Death in Heaven, I'm scoring the 2-parter, and I'm scoring the series as a whole.
Yeah, of course.
So Death in Heaven was 9. The overall 2-parter, put them together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to average out the scores. I'm just going to give it a straight 10.
That's really good.
Okay. For the series as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, before you give that mark, we've got nothing to compare it against for series marks. So, what I want you to do, give this mark by all means, but for the next show, think up some comparative marks that you'd have given previous series. Don't want much, do I?
I would give it an overall score of 9.
That's a very high mark.
It is, because I've really enjoyed Capaldi. Clara, despite all my bitching and moaning before this series that she had nothing to do, has really come into her own.
Yes.
There were some absolutely amazing scripts here, and the whole thing hangs together really well as a cohesive whole. And I will give previous series some thoughts, but I think this has got to be... See, this is the thing, right? It's interesting. I've noticed this ever since Colin Baker was the Doctor. See, my favourite Doctor... I know you don't do favourites. My favourite Doctor is Troughton.
Try not to. No.
Because of what he did for the show. However,
Go on then. Up here.
a lot of my favourite stories are Tom Baker stories, so it's kind of weird. But here's the thing.
That went wrong. Sorry.
Here's the thing. If at any point in time, if you ask me who my second favourite Doctor is, it tends to be the incumbent.
Interesting.
It tends to be that I really enjoy whoever's currently playing it, and whenever I have got a Doctor in the role, I can't envisage anyone else doing it. Of course, 2 episodes into a new Doctor, and I can't envisage anyone else playing him. It's kind of weird. So this is the thing.
I'm so sorry to Matt.
Well, it's interesting because if we were doing this episode in 5 years' time and I was looking back, I might not rate it so highly, but because I tend to get behind whoever's in the role at the time.
Well, context is important.
Exactly.
The context of what when and how we're saying this. So, right. And that was series 34 of Doctor Who. Now, we're worried that you're not going to have. Oh, sorry. First things first. The music you just heard, the really long bit of Doctor Who theme, which is based on this particular series version. It's not the actual TV version. It's by Chris Adams or Hardwire Productions, and it's his take on the latest Doctor Who theme. And it's better. I love the bit where it goes into the Delia, Derbyshire stuff and just stays with it for a little bit. And then, yes. But, yes, so there we go. Sorry, but you would have had lots of pictures of the series or whatever since... What are you going to do you know? Hats.
Probably just an extended version of what I normally do.
So, anyway, we were worried you weren't going to have anything to watch. However... something fell our way.
It fell through the space-time vortex.
Eddie's up in the continuum, you know.
Is he? Is he?
Yeah.
And this is his sofa.
Yeah. John Levine is the gift that just keeps on giving, isn't he?
He doesn't know when to stop.
No. As demonstrated, oh dear, by this.
Now I know what you're thinking. Did I fire 6 shots or only 5? And you know, in all the excitement, I've lost count myself. So the question is, do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's like listening to David Prowse as Darth Vader.
I've no idea. I'm your father.
Oh, do you feel lucky, punk?
Yeah. I just love the over-the-top use of the music, and it's just ridiculous. It's brilliant. It's sublime.
He's such a tough guy, and he blows down the gun with his earplugs showing.
Yeah. I just love the twisted scowl on his face, you know.
Seriously, what is wrong with that man?
This leads me on, actually, to something that I made the other day that you've seen. It's a new book that's coming out. It's the, you know, the Companions of Doctor Who series.
Yes, yes.
They're releasing some new ones.
Oh, excellent. Good, good.
The first one is called Sergeant Benton Goes to the Shops.
Oh, that's a page turner.
It's written by Jon Levine with the introduction also by Jon Levine.
Oh, who does the forward?
Jon Levine. I'll give you I'll read the blurb from the back.
Please do, please.
It's very exciting. Sergeant Benton, senior NCO of unit, is having a very bad day. With the Doctor and the Brigadier engaged in negotiations with the leader of a vast alien battle fleet orbiting the Earth and the entire planet on the verge of destruction, Benton has been sent to the local high street to get some bacon butties for the troops. But there's a queue at the cafe, and Benton doesn't have the right change.
No!
We need some dramatic music here. To make things worse, it's a Wednesday and the shops are closing at lunchtime. With a Land Rover dangerously low on fuel and a little bit of traffic in the village, can Benton hope to complete his mission against all the odds and do his part to save the world?
I do my best Dudley Simpson.
It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's and available from all bad shops.
And a couple of good ones that don't know any different.
Right. Dear me. If you want to see more of that and the cover, go to Off Target.
Indeed. And also the cover of Moustache 2.0 is there.
Oh, Moustache 2.0.
Classic.
Yes, Companions of Doctor Who. Dear me.
Is there I can hear funny noises outside your window.
See, I've been trying to ignore them.
Oh, okay.
Look. I don't think I should, to be honest with you.
Let's not speak of this again.
No. You see, I was going to suggest we saw the John Levine film when I looked out the window, but I forgot.
Oh. Could show it again.
No. Ah, dear. You see, Joe, you must say a prayer. Pray for the other ones at Christmas time.
But it's hard.
But you're having fun. There's a world outside your window, Joe, and it's a world of dread and fear, where the only water flowing are the bitter sting of tears. And the Christmas bells that ring there, well, they're the clanging chimes of doom.
Well, thank God it's them instead of you.
Yes. Yes, of course. Joe, you stay here. Oh, dear. The thing is, things like this work with all sorts of different voices. It's wonderful.
I think Tom Baker voice would be good for that.
I only came outside to see the night fall with the rain. I saw you making patterns rhyme. George Smiley. In
Indeed.
Duran. It's, yes. Standing on my own, I didn't see the mystery. I thought I had it all. I can't remember the lyrics. Bollocks. It's 5! And I'm driving home again. I can't believe it's my last time. The man on the wireless cries again. It's over. It's over. It's over. Dancing with tears in my eyes. Sorry. I can't do impersonations. I can't. Chris Thompson, on the other hand, is getting better and better and better and better. I did send an email to Big Finish about him. And the email I got wasn't a no. It was just a hang on a moment. We're just launching the new Pertwee. Let's see how that goes down.
They got a new Pertwee?
A new Third Doctor voice, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yes, the guy from... I've heard better, but the guy from Light at the End.
Ooh.
And I'm afraid I had to say that Chris Thompson's second Doctor's a lot better than this guy's third.
But can this Pertwee guy do clack?
I think it's more along the lines of, does he want to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Thompson also, I didn't realise he does a superb Adam Partridge.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, he does. Right, so.
Do we not have any feedback?
I don't know. We possibly have, but it's on my phone and my phone's not here.
Do we not have any Madge crimes?
We might have. I can look. Do you really want to make all this work for yourself?
Well, it's an end of series special.
Okay.
Speak your praise, Turbo.
Eddie Evans
Yes?
says in the Flashing Blade group, thanks for letting me join. Love the Flashing Blade podcast show.
Not the VidiProg.
You actually watched this one? Probably not. Oh, Daniel Thomas. Now, this is interesting. Daniel Thomas has tried to do, has basically sent in a picture, which we might show. It's, you know, the Rosetta Comet landing.
Oh, yes.
Well, he sent a picture in which explains a great deal as to why the lander failed. There we go. There is some other stuff. Right, Ian Parks. In fact, we better have the Let's Play Madge Arwell thing come up.
Okay.
Stephen Hatcher, spinster of this podcast. I blame Madge Arwell for the tasteless misuse of the Brigadier in Death in Heaven. Shall we see that?
Let's do that. Chap with the rocket boots, 5 rounds rapid.
Yeah. Right, we got a hell of a lot more of these target books. Hang on a moment. Ian Parks. I blame Maya Jarwell for the Big Finish competition music.
Tricky.
You see that?
Fine.
Good luck with this one. Yes, lots of target books.
Yes?
Yeah, far too many, quite frankly.
Indeed. My favourite target book is Doctor Who in an Exciting Adventure in Crawley.
Yes, I hate you. You're not putting that up either, because that picture I sent you was awful.
Well, you asked me to Photoshop it.
Yeah, it was a crap picture.
Well, don't send me that to Photoshop it then.
I know, it's my fault. It's not your fault. You did a fine job. It's a crap picture. I'm embarrassed of it. So please don't put it on the show. Don't. Doctor Who discovers women.
Okay, what, and stop saving the planet?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Alan T. Butcher, prospective parliamentary candidate, says Doctor Who and Half an Auton Story, Doctor Who and the World's End, Doctor Who and the Gasfield Zombies, Doctor Who and the Gasfield Aliens, Doctor Who and the Dalek Invasion of Utah, Doctor Who and the Greedy Companion, Doctor Who and the Day of the Father, Doctor Who and the Gasmask Zombies, Doctor Who and the Mayor of Cardiff, Doctor Who and the God in the TARDIS.
He's just gone through the entirety of Christopher Eccleston's season.
It gets better. Doctor Who in the last 25 pages. Doctor Who in the Feline Infirmary. Doctor Who in the Werewolf. Doctor Who in the Death of K9 Mark III. Doctor Who in the King's Concubine. Doctor Who in the Cybusmen. Doctor Who in the Patronisation of the 1950s. Doctor Who in the Devil in the Deep. Doctor Who in the Patronisation of the Fans. Doctor Who in the Suspension of Disbelief. Doctor Who in the Cybermen versus the Daleks. Doctor Who, Robin Hood's Camp.
Is he?
This is from that Ian Parks person.
And this is his sofa, is it?
Yeah. Doctor Who and the Penetration of the Dalek.
Uh-huh.
Doctor Who and the Annoying Children of the Woods. Junior Doctor Who and the Naughty Paintings.
Mm.
Doctor Who and the Spoiler Revealers of Doom. That's from Graham Sheridan. Benedict's done a few. Doctor Who and the Perils of Seeing the Episode a day later than the rest of the world. I wonder if Ben's in America. And then you got the Blabbermouse of Death from Graham Sheridan. Doctor Who and the podcasting host who had to read it all out later in an exciting adventure with a kitten.
Wow. That sounds thrilling.
Doctor Who and the Slice of Pie. That's David Bryder.
Easy as pie.
Yeah, what? Yeah, it's quite so. So, yes, Stephen Hatcher commented, the Brigadier stuff tonight was horribly tasteless and manipulative, way to piss all over a well-loved character. Who is Steve Hatcher?
I don't know.
I actually got to put that episode of the podcast out. I don't know if this will be out before I've managed to get around to doing it. I apologise, guys. Sorry.
I'm hoping to put this episode out on the Sunday after we're recording it. We're recording it on the Thursday. Mm-hmm. So Sunday the 23rd, I'm hoping.
Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, bless. The first anniversary of the Day of the Doctor.
Indeed.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to be holding special celebrations for it.
It's also Clara's birthday.
That's very true. Happy birthday, Ms. Oswald. Yes, so I think we're sort of done, aren't we? Are we done? Are we done?
We've seen a trailer.
Have we?
For Christmas.
Ooh, yes. And there's the first scene thing. That was on Children in Need. I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Looks interesting.
Who is Father Christmas?
Well, it's Nick Frost.
Being a bit literal there. I didn't get to where I am today by
Without being literal. Good old CJ. Super.
I've put a thing on Facebook actually, loads and loads and loads of CJ-isms. We're naming it after Reggie Perrin, the Reggie Perrin Memorial Ice Cream. Super. Great.
Terrific.
Oh. Bit of a cock up on the catering front. Oh, what a wonderful programme. Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin. Look for the original.
We need a picture of a hippo
folks.
about now.
Why, were you thinking mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Be very careful. You have a wife in the building.
She doesn't watch this.
Very wise. I mentioned it was my birthday.
My wife is like a control group, you know.
What?
She doesn't watch this so that I can judge the insanity of those that do against a normal person.
You saying this was normal? She's married to you.
This is true. Yeah. So rather than control, she wants to be ladylike.
She wants a jelly baby.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Well, that joke's not going to work.
No, I didn't have any. Oh, can any viewers recommend me where I can get a cigarette case with an elastic band? You know, like the Eighth Doctor had for his jelly babies. I want a cigarette case, silver one.
But you don't cosplay.
Well, no, I don't. But I just think it would be nice to have in a pocket. Just to. Would you like a jelly baby?
Yeah. They're used to you at work, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So turn around, wait for one of them to go out of the building for a smoke, and hang on a second, I want a mine.
Yeah. Don't try setting fire to it though.
Ooh, gloopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so happy birthday, Doctor Who. Except we're not going to play Song for 50 because it was shite. Sorry, Murray, but it was. Which is why it's never appeared on anything ever again.
Oh! I've got something to talk about.
Oh,
Is it
God.
too late?
This is No. I mean, if you like, I can do some books as well. It depends how long you want the show to be.
Sod it. Let's go to review section.
Do we have a jingle for that?
No.
All right, okay. It's reviews.
Review time.
Eh.
I've been sent something.
Inspector Q.
Yes.
Why, he has a bow tie.
He has a bow tie.
And what looks like a...
So, I haven't even
Jedi
opened this
cloak.
yet. I'm opening this live. Live 2 days ago by the time you've seen this. Or whatever. Oh, interesting. So, there's a company called Brick Arms who make accessories for Lego. Now, they normally do, weapons and guns and things for minifigs. But they also actually do minifigs. Now, the distributor in the UK, and I've mentioned him before, is Minifig for Life. And they sent me one of these. And there he is.
Why is he wearing a Jedi cloak?
I don't know. But he's got braces and a bow tie. Anyway.
And a floppy fringe by the look of it.
He comes with something called...
A giant flying octopus.
For, presumably for copyright reasons, something called a quantum spanner.
No, I'm starting to think Inspector Spacetime, to be honest.
Yeah, let me just extract this from its package. Now, I don't know how this is going to come out. I'll maybe put a photo up. So we have essentially what is a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
So
Makes you wonder how they get away with it. And it's the new parody law.
And he sent me another one as well in green.
A green one!
Essentially what this guy at Brick Arms has started doing, this guy is in the States, is he's doing something called overmolding, where he's molding in a particular colour, and then he's got a machine that can essentially put another colour mould over the top. It's not painting, it's moulding in two colours of plastic. So we have a quantum spanner with a green tip. So yeah, he's very nice. And goes quite nicely with my Lego TARDIS.
How useful for you.
Indeed. Yes. So, it's the first time I've ever been sent anything. So, thank you very much.
I get sent stuff all the bloody time. I'm running out of room. Doctor Who and the Falcon.
Okay.
Maybe familiar of the Falcon from Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
I think they've printed the picture the wrong way around.
No, he's flying, dear. He's flying.
Okay.
This basically concentrates on the Falcon. His initial stories, and then the 4-part miniseries from the 80s. Falcon Sam Wilson, messed around with by the Red Skull. Cap America's partner, but he's a good hero in his own right, and an Avenger.
Apart from the whole flying thing.
He's got a telepathic ability to communicate with birds.
Oh. Is that useful?
So?
Albatross.
Next up, because I'm trying to rattle through these. The Gridirons of the Galaxy.
Right. I see what you've done there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, the Guardians of the Galaxy has a long history.
Now, I know a little bit about Guardians of the Galaxy because when I was a young clone,
Yes.
I used to get Star Wars Weekly comic.
Did you?
And one of the supporting comic strips was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which had Charlie 27.
There was a Jovian guy, Jupiter
Nicky.
guy. There was a guy,
Starhawk?
Vance Astro,
Yeah.
who had like a silver suit on, and if you burst it, he'd die.
Yep.
I seem to remember that there was a young girl with kind of like flame-like hair,
Nicky.
possibly.
Yes. That's the original incarnation of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
So
From
those
1,000
strips could
years,
be in that book.
There's one set of strips from there. It's from the Thor annual. Basically, side by side with the Guardians of the Galaxy. The double-length dynamite from Mighty Marvel. So you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy up against Korvac, and then you've got the more familiar Guardians, which are from 1,000 years in the past, who get their name from a time-displaced Vance Astro.
Ah.
Yes, I am Groot. Finally seen Guardians of the Galaxy. Good film.
Waiting for the Blu-ray to come out. I did see Days of Future Past the other day on Blu-ray.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Best X-Men film they've done so far. This is a good one. That's a keeper, that one. Well, they're all keepers, but you know what I mean. Next up, The Invincible Iron Man.
Okay.
This is just some basic Iron Man stories. All in order, obviously. They're not taking this, that, and the other. It's typical 70s, I think it's 70s Iron Man. 60s or 70s Iron Man, I'm not sure which. Let's see. Stanley and Archie Goodwin, the writers. Gene Colan and Johnny Craig are the pencilers. It doesn't say. I can tell. It's okay. It's of its time, though. That's the thing. They're heading into the classic range. They're heading into stuff that is of its time. Talking of which,
Okay. Show me that cover again. Up. Is this the
Yes.
one that Chris Achilleos based the Three Doctors cover on?
yes,
Yeah.
one of the classic Marvel comic strips. The Coming of Galactus.
And
What's
I'd
the-
still like to know who makes his hats.
Well, quite. Stanley and Jack Kirby firing on all cylinders, quite frankly. This is brilliant. This really is brilliant. If you're going to get back issues or whatever, get this. First introduction of Silver Surfer, first introduction of Galactus. The Inhumans are around. You find out about Atalan and whatever. It's brilliant, quite frankly. And finally, I wasn't expecting this, and it turned up, and I was sort of, ooh. Hello, Brian! How are you, sweethearts? Oh, Daffy's on her world tour at the moment for London Noise. Yeah, shame Capaldi was so much better than you in the role, wasn't he?
You didn't hear that.
However, you might be able to take over from Cumberbatch.
Sherlock Chronicles. What is this?
Hardback book from BBC Books, costing 25 of your earthling pounds.
Interesting.
It basically looks at the first 3 series of Sherlock. Lots and lots, can you see that? Of pictures and script excerpts and deleted scenes and excerpts from the original.
It's a coffee table book.
Yes, but it's far more to it than just that.
Okay.
Quite frankly. This is brilliant. This is superb. But one thing I like about it is it's not Doctor Who. As a result, I'm looking at all this stuff behind the scenes, etc., from another series that I enjoy, but I don't know anything about.
Good
So
point.
there's no eye patch stories. There's no debagging of trousers in the TARDIS just before the vicar comes in.
There's no Matthew Waterhouse giving advice to an actor several times his senior.
It goes through every story, tending to look at a thing. Not helping here, am I? No. A particular aspect or aspects of the series. For example, storyboarding. Not spellcasting, storyboarding. Oh dear. This is not going well.
Okay, I kind of get the gist, but it's mostly white. Right, I see. Yeah.
Him falling off a building, I think.
Yes, indeed.
This is superb. Forward by Mark Gatiss. It's written by Steve Tribe. I think is he the bloke writing City of Death now?
I can't remember.
His tie keeps flopping. This is superb. If you like Sherlock, this is a must-get. Okay, just in time for Christmas.
That'll sell well.
It's brilliant. I'm not keeping it.
You're what, sorry?
I'm not keeping it.
You're not keeping it?
No.
Why not?
I haven't got the room. It's going in the bin. It's one of those things. Right, I think we're done.
I think we're done now.
It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid, Joe. You see, at Christmas time, you let in light and you banish shade. But in our world of plenty, I can't remember the rest of the words.
We should spread a smile of joy.
Spread a smile of joy. Throw your arms around the world at Christmas time. That went wrong. Sorry, Brian?
Did you say anything? He doesn't talk much these
He needs
days.
a haircut. I think he's missing Daffy. Like I say, she's on her world tour. It's going very well.
How does she sign autographs?
Badly. Quite frankly. Oh, God, incoming tango. I suppose you've got to
Have you heard from Mr. Chris lately?
Have we heard from him?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shall we have a look?
Let's see what he's been up to.
This is what comes when you don't keep track of the Flash and Play podcast group.
Usual stuff.
Because the thing I said about Daniel Thomas and the Rosetta probe, well, you'll see. Hello, little ginger thing. By the way, what can we say from John Levine? Let's quick look. What's John up to?
what you're thinking. Did I fire 6 shots or only 5? And you know, in all the excitement, I've lost count myself. So the question is, do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
You blow down that gun barrel. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Toodles. Hi. Or something.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
We didn't mention the change of
No, we didn't.
You need to go and talk to Stigron. You really do. We didn't mention the change of depth perception. No, the change of the title sequence in the opening of Death in Death in Heaven. So there we are. We've mentioned it. Toodles.